For many years, she believed that there was nothing left to learn about love. Not because she had lived through great stories, but because she had learned how to live without expectations. Her life was balanced, organized, and quiet. Every day followed a fixed path that gave her comfort, and slowly that comfort became her satisfaction. As she approached her 40s, she started to feel that love perhaps belonged to another part of life, a place where emotions were stronger and decisions were faster. There was no complaint in that thought, no regret, only silent acceptance. She had arranged her world in a way where everything stayed under control and where intense feelings did not seem necessary. From the outside, anyone would say her life was complete. But when everyone slept and silence sat beside her, a question rose in a hidden corner of her heart, a question she always ignored. She did not look back, she did not imagine possibilities. She believed that was maturity. She was neither sad nor extremely happy, just balanced. And she believed that balance would last forever. She did not know that sometimes a single meeting is enough to shift a small line in the map of life and give the entire story a new meaning. The change did not arrive like a storm. It was an ordinary day, an ordinary place, and there she met someone who did not seem to come to stay. She was younger, her energy was different, and in her way there was a carelessness that exists before learning to calculate every step. Nothing magical happened, no big moment, just a simple conversation that left something behind after it ended. The real thing was not in the words, but in the feeling that awakened later. A new interest, an attention that had been sleeping for years. She found herself remembering that conversation again and again. Movements, silences, glances that seemed to ask for nothing but somehow said a lot. She was surprised how time melted while talking. There was no performance, no defense. After a long time, she felt for the first time that she did not need to rush any decision. In that young presence, she started seeing a forgotten reflection of herself. It was not love, not yet. Just a light uneasiness. A thin crack in her built comfort. But that was enough. After that meeting, her days stayed the same, but their weight changed. Routine no longer felt heavy. Sometimes she wished time would move faster, as if a moment was waiting to return. It was not restlessness, it was anticipation. Then they met again, without any special planning. This time the talks were longer, easier, more honest. They spoke about small choices in life that slowly turn into big ones. She was listening not out of manners, but from the heart. She noticed she was laughing more, hiding less, and no longer feeling the need to prove who she was. That simplicity slowly brought her walls down. After many years, for the first time, she was not asking what could go wrong. Not because fear was gone, but because the present moment finally felt enough. With time, closeness was no longer accidental. Messages started arriving suddenly, meetings became normal, and silences turned comfortable. She began to see her thoughts moving toward a direction she once refused to enter. And the surprising part was that she was not becoming weak, she was becoming open. She started sharing herself without filters. She opened memories that once stayed locked inside. The one in front of her listened without judgment, without conditions. There were moments when the world felt paused. Not because of intensity, but because of truth. Everything felt simple. There was no rush to name anything, yet the heart knew something was forming. After many years, for the first time, she was not afraid of losing control. She understood that not every story needs an ending immediately, some stories need room to breathe. With time, she stopped seeing the connection as fragile and started seeing it as alive. Not everything delicate breaks. Some things grow stronger. This relationship was not changing her life suddenly, but it was reorganizing it from inside. There were no promises, no maps, only respect, presence, and the choice to walk forward together. Looking back, she realized love does not always arrive to change everything. Sometimes it arrives only to show that we were already ready. And maybe the real lesson is not in the ending, but in the courage to listen to the heart. Because sometimes opening a door does not give certainty, but it becomes the first step toward a life that is true to yourself.